Hey everyone, Neon Genesis here, happy 2017. Oh my god, this is the first vlog I've done in ages and I'm feeling rusty as hell. A couple of things straight away. I'm going to say straight away, I got out of the shower like half an hour ago, so excuse the puffy hair. What are you going to do about it? And next thing, expect a lot of jump cuts because I'm going to be rusty as hell with this. This could be a long update video, so just you know, if you guys want to use this as a podcast, or if you guys want to, you know, clean the house and listen to, you know, this video as you do it, by all means. I've got some notes written down here, so expect a lot of jump cuts. Apologies if the kind of vlog seems a bit all over the place, but we'll take it from here. So first thing, and I'll probably leave an annotation on the screen somewhere, I'm going to talk about a little bit about how I am, not to sound like selfish or self-centered, but I figured people might want to know what's been going on with me and my personal life and, you know, my surgery operation and, you know, the rest of it. So I'm kind of going to hopefully not jump around too much, but I'll start from the beginning. So ever since I stopped sit-down Sundays, which I actually don't remember when I stopped them now, I want to take a guess of saying October, no, September, maybe September, August maybe, I don't even remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter when I stopped doing them. If you guys last remember, I had my doctor's appointment on the 14th of October to go and see about my hernia. They put me on a waiting list. They couldn't tell me how long the waiting list was going to be. I had it in my mind maybe roughly 3 months or something that it was going to be, and it turned out it was the operation date was going to be the 30th of November. So the 30th of November came and I waited a long time on the day, like a long time. I think I didn't have a drink of water from before 11 o'clock in the morning until, I don't think I even got a drink of water until maybe 8 or 9 o'clock that night. I wasn't allowed to eat or drink anything before the surgery. I went for the surgery. I'm going to kind of describe now how they did the surgery quickly. So my hernia was around my belly button. So to do that, it's called an umbilical hernia. I think you can look up a YouTube video of what they did to me if you want. Worst thing I ever did. In fact, if I remember, I'll put it down below. But I'm seriously, like, discretion is advised watching it because you know, it's not good. So they cut me open. I have to look now. They cut me open roughly about 10 centimeters or so, just below the belly button, in a kind of smiley face fashion. And they go in and they either put the hernia or the meat or whatever you want to call it back into the intestine, I guess, and then they sew it up. What they said they were going to do is if the tear of the hernia is any longer than or any bigger than 1 centimeter, if it's bigger than 1 centimeter, then they'll put some mesh on it. If it's less than 1 centimeter, they'll put they'll stitch it together and, you know, put it back in and stitch it together. So, and then they pretty much sew you up after that, which sounds pretty straightforward, but I cut to the chase there. So long story short, I went in, they cut me open. They did their thing, you know, they put me to sleep and whatnot, and then when I woke up in the recovery room, I asked, you know, was it a hernia? Because it's funny because I never actually got examined really to see or have it fully confirmed, yes, this is a hernia. I went to the doctors and they said yes, it is a hernia, but actually at the hospital they never really examined me to say yes, it's a hernia. So even going into the operation or the operating theatre knowing that I might not even have a hernia, it might be something else or an infection or whatever, was a bit daunting. But anyway, so when I woke up in the operating theatre, I asked, you know, was it a hernia? And they said yes. And I believe when they came over to see me after quite a bit of time, maybe 5 or 10 minutes of me coming around from the anaesthetic, they actually said that I had 3 hernias. So, but previously to the operation, they did say if we cut you open and we see another hernia right next to it, then we'll do that one as well. But we're not going to search around looking for any more, so only if it's nearby. So they found 2 more alongside the one I already had, so I did have 3 hernias. So they did put the mesh inside me. They dressed me and I was out on the same day, which was great. I went home. Now, talking a little bit about the recovery time and how things went, the operation went well. Was I in pain? yes, I was in somewhat of a pain. What was I given for sort of medication or some painkillers? I wasn't given anything whatsoever, and that's not me saying they didn't give me anything. I'm just saying, like, they didn't give me anything. I only used sort of local medicine around here, so I use paracetamol. Pretty much is all I used. I didn't get anything else. The anaesthetic was still around my tummy from when they did it for the around the next day or so, which is completely normal. As opposed to how I lived my life for the next couple of days, it was very hard in terms of sitting down was hard. It was really hard to sleep. I had to actually sleep on the sofa for 2 weeks because when you sit straight, your tummy is sort of stretched. I couldn't do that, so I had to sort of sleep with my legs up so that my tummy was a bit more relaxed, if that makes any sense. So I did have to do that for a bit. Harder things like making sure I don't get constipated, because that's what paracetamols do to you. Painkillers, they actually bung you up, so you have to make sure you drink plenty of water. That was the easy bit, trust me. I couldn't lift the kettle when it was to lift a kettle to make a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. I couldn't even do that. It was so heavy to the point where my girlfriend had to make me tea or coffee, going upstairs and downstairs. I was walking really slow. I was a little bit kind of hunched for a while because of the weight of the dressing. I left the dressing on for 3 days or 2 days. They said to leave it on for 2 days, so I left it on. And the dressing, if I'm daring enough, I'll put a video on here or a picture or something of the before or the few days after my surgery till a recent one, or till right now. If I'm feeling daring enough. If not, I'll kind of describe it. But the dressing went from literally from one side of my waist all the way to the other side, and it was just all the way around. The adhesive from the dressing was actually burning me, so I had to kind of trim some of the tape with the adhesive on, and I've actually got, I'm showing it even though you can't see, some scar from the burn. So on top of me recovering from the actual hernia surgery, I had these chemical burns from the adhesive around the sides as well. After a couple of days, after 2 days, and especially with the adhesive pain of it hurting me, because trust me, I had blisters where it bubbled up and I had to rip the adhesive off the bubble. I'm calling it a bubble, but the blister itself. So that was fun. So I eventually took that off anyway, and a couple of days later took the dressing off. Slowly recovered. I was able to lift the kettle with 1 cup of coffee worth of water in there. So I really had to take things slow, and sleeping was really hard. I'd say probably one of the hardest things was trying to sleep with getting the right comfortability. Bending, I couldn't do any bending. My girlfriend had to help me shower. She had to dry me and dress me. So thank you so much to my girlfriend who supported me. She'll have no idea what she's done for me. Things were crazy. so yes, I'm still I've been off work since the 30th of November, since the date of the operation. I'm still off work now with a week to go until I'm back to work. That'll be next week. Will be 6 weeks I've been off work. How I'm feeling? Honestly, I'm not 100% yet. I can't believe the recovery time is crazy insane. I'm much better than I was. I can lift, I can bend. I try not to lift too much weight-wise, but things have been insane. I don't know what I'm going to do with going back to work on the 15th. I'm due to go back to work, but my doctor's appointment, which I booked for just a general checkup to see how I'm recovering, to see if everything's right, because I don't feel like I'm fully okay, because believe it or not, I'm actually still swollen around my tummy. There's not much to show. There's the old stitches that have all dissolved and everything has gone. I've kind of got a new looking belly button, which again, if I'm feeling daring enough, I'll show you the footage. But I also just want to see if I'm okay to go back to work. Does the doctor recommend that I stay off work a little bit longer to recover? I'm not sure yet. So that's pretty much my hernia story. So I've had my operation. As you can see, I'm feeling pretty well. And with the 5 or 6 weeks, you know, what have I been doing? Well, I'll be fully honest with you. Videos have slacked tremendously, and they have really slacked because honestly I wasn't feeling well enough to record really. I didn't feel even coughing, sneezing, you know, after like a week or two, even after my operation, I still found it hard. Laughing was the worst, and sneezing unexpectedly would kill. So I didn't feel I was well enough to record. I've got some notes written here, so you might see some jump cuts. Also, speaking of, you know, me not feeling well enough to record, on top of that, I wasn't feeling really motivated to record, as I wasn't feeling good about myself to record, you know, because obviously I guess I felt down with how I felt, you know, so I didn't feel I was well enough to record. Luckily, we had some Metal Gear Solid videos up on the channel to record and kind of fill the space up in the meantime, which quite luckily I recorded that quite a while ago now. As opposed to, have I got anything else coming on the channel? Not as of yet, but definitely have some time to record now. I'm feeling to the point today, I'm feeling motivated to get some stuff done. I'm feeling, for the first time in a very long time, feeling down enough to be on camera. I'm rusty as hell when it comes to this vlog, so expect a lot of jump cuts and just excuse me, you know, for that. Now, after my very lengthy story of my surgery and how I am, I'm going to talk about what I felt 2016 was like from my own personal perspective. So, well, first things first, I found 2016 to be quite a tough year for me. Not only to respect of videos, but on myself as well. My channel went from all sorts of stages, from as little as starting off at the beginning of the year. I'm not going to do any videos here, I don't think, but you know, I'm saying, okay, so I want to hit 300 subscribers, right? Okay, so yes, we absolutely smashed 300 subscribers. I cannot believe we've done that. I'll go on to talk about that a little bit later on, but I found it a tough year in terms of indecisiveness with the channel, in terms of how I was feeling about my content, and how I did this thing where, and I know loads of YouTubers do it, they compare themselves to other YouTubers that are maybe their favourites, and 2016 for me was a very indecisive year with what I wanted to produce on the channel and what I wanted to give out. I went from saying I'm going to be a Let's Player to doing videos, and I did talk a lot about streaming, again we'll mention that shortly. But the major thing where I mean it was indecisive was I was undecided whether to do 14 content or Let's Plays. Now, I ultimately want to do both. I absolutely love 14 to bits. It's one of my biggest passions alongside YouTube, if not YouTube being first, to be honest. I've got Let's Plays. I love playing games, I love recording them, I love sharing my experience through a game, and I love playing through a game. And the balance there was so hard to get right. I was in contact with one of my good friends who does Final Fantasy 14 content, and you know, she was helping me a lot, like probably one of my big influences of last year, and over 14 content creators as well, but mainly that one person, my friend, who really motivated me, which really helped me out and gave me a lot of advice, and I learned a lot about myself, YouTube and my videos. So a massive thank you to my friend, who, if they're watching this, they will know exactly who they are. I learned a lot about myself, the channel, about what I want to produce and how I want to produce it in 2016. As much as it was a tough year, I really enjoyed my Sit Down Sunday. It was like one of my favourite series going. I stopped it because I felt I had to go a bit back to basics with my recording a little bit, focus on my Let's Plays, and I did do this thing, and I'll openly admit, I did this thing where I compared my commentary to others, and my commentary through games needs upgrading, or you know, tweaking or improving it to a certain extent anyway, I think, but I think I'm getting there, and I think just by doing it and talking through my game, or a game like that, I think it's gonna be okay. And at the end of the day, people won't subscribe if they don't like something. So apart from saying it was very indecisive, it was very badly structured, with videos just coming out as of when I felt like it. You know, some days I was going without doing a video. Some days I would do like 2 videos, and then, you know, it was very badly structured. So I'm hoping 2017 I'm going to have a lot more of a structure and a certain plan to the way that I want to do videos, and how often I'm going to do them, and what to bring out on the channel and stuff. Will I bring back Sit Down Sunday? More than likely. How will I do them? It might change. I'm not going to do them every Sunday, I don't think. I got a little bit hurt, and I'll be fully honest with you guys, I got a little bit hurt because I wasn't getting as much interaction from everyone that I wanted, and you know, I've let go of that a little bit. I'm more than happy to go back to doing Sit Down Sunday, but maybe I'll just do it once every month and have people a chance to comment, maybe ask me a question, you know, whatever they want to ask me. This is their chance to do that. So it was very badly structured on that behalf. Other than that, it was a tough year for me for the YouTube side of things. Now what's to come in 2017? Now this is honestly the sort of more positive side of it. So now we looked at the kind of, not negatives, but we looked at the negatives, I suppose, to a certain extent of what happened in 2016 and how I found it. Now we're going to look forward to what things are going to change and what's to come in 2017. So the first thing first, we're going to have just a better structure in general with videos and how often they're going to come. And you know, I've got a few major, you know, improvements that minor improvements that can help videos as well, and to speak about a few of them, there's going to be streams this year because I finally, on the 15th of December, I finally got my internet connection sorted. I'm on a new internet supplier and my internet upload speed is so much better. It's maybe not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was, so it won't be such a potato stream. It will be streamable. My upload speed couldn't even get to 1 meg, now we're on 7, I think, 7 or 8 meg, which is more than a small increase of upload speed. So, and that was 10 minutes after I got the internet, so it might even be better than that now, I don't even know. But either way, 7, even 6, 7, 8, I'm more than happy. As long as it's streamable, people can see what they're, you know, people can see the stream, enjoy the stream, that is what counts. And streaming is something that will come very, very shortly. As opposed to what content I'm going to do on the streams, I'm not sure. It's all going to be thought of and written down as a plan. And what else is to come? Reading my list here. I got a small upgrade of an Elgato HD60. I do use the regular Elgato regular Elgato, which is what I normally stream, which is what I always record my console games with, i.e. Final Fantasy X and you know the rest of it, and Uncharted. That's the software I use for recording that. But I got now the Elgato HD60, which is supposed to be just more on my end, easier for me. So hopefully there'll be an upgrade there, and I don't know whether you guys will even notice the difference there, but it's certainly on my end anyway. Also, what's to come, I'm actually going to Frankfurt, Germany next month for the Final Fantasy XIV Fans Fest. I believe it's the last Fans Fest of the year, and until I hear otherwise. But as far as I'm aware, they're having a kind of year break from Final Fantasy Fan Fest, so I'm going there next month, cannot wait. Will I vlog it? Hoping to vlog it. I'll vlog as much as I can, and however daring I am to vlog. I mean, I'm not a very good vlogger, but I'll try to do my best, and I'll try to show you guys everything that there is to see at the FanFest. I'm super psyched. I'm super stoked to go to the convention itself. Hopefully going to meet some content creators that I like to watch, so that's going to be fun as well. And my last sort of thing to mention, it shouldn't really be under what's coming for 2017, but with the way I'm feeling right now, I'm feeling motivated, I'm feeling very, very excited for 2017. We're going to hopefully get into some streaming, we're going to have some better Final Fantasy XIV content and video games coming to the channel, and there's going to be hopefully some nice, better structure for people to be able to view their videos or streams at a better leisure anyway. Things on the Twitch end, I don't know whether to do it on YouTube Gaming or Twitch. I'm thinking more Twitch. Then if it is on Twitch, then I want to get some nice sort of overlay going. You know, I don't want just a plain like video like this at the moment. I don't really know where to go with sorting out a nice overlay and stuff. But it doesn't have to be, I suppose. But maybe I'll make something up. You know, something very basic, and maybe just have some fun on stream. So for now, but really looking forward to that as well. So. And other than that, that is actually all the updates and all the information I need to give out to you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this update, hopefully you enjoyed seeing me. It was a very rambly vlog, I apologise, very lengthy one, probably more of the whole surgery thing, but I suppose I have a lot to update. If you guys want to ask me any questions or, you know, wish me a happy new year, whatever, leave any comments down below as always. And as always, I love hearing from you guys, and you know I do. Be sure to leave this video a like and subscribe and share and all that for any other Final Fantasy XIV Let's Plays and anything else that are relevant. So until the next video guys, thank you for watching, see you then.